Welcome back, Football Manager fanatics, to another episode of Testing Your Tactics. My name's Ross from Sore Loser, and a special episode today. We've got two tactics that we're going to test against each other, GYR Superman and Josh Daly's Mourinho. Hit the intro and let's get into the episode. Now, because both of these tactics are a 3-4-2-1 formation, we're going to change up the format of this episode. We're going to take over two teams from the top 5 leagues, and one of them is going to have the Superman tactic, the other one's going to have the Mourinho tactic. Each team is going to get a point if they finish higher than the other in the league, and they'll also get a point for if they beat each other in the head-to-heads. You've been smashing the like button and subscribing on all of these videos, so keep it up, do it down below, and we'll get into the episode. So first up, we're going to Spain, and we're taking over Villarreal, whose media prediction is 4th, and Sevilla, whose media prediction is 5th. Let's run through the tactics for each team, who's going to have the Mourinho, who's going to have the Superman. It's going to be an interesting test, this is. Now we're on the tactics page for Villarreal, and they're going to have the Mourinho 3-4-2-1 of Josh Daly. So it's a goalkeeper on defend, 3 central defenders, 1 on cover, 2 on defend, 2 wing backs, both on wing back with automatic kind of mentality there, a deep line playmaker on defend, a regista on support, an attacking playmaker on support on the left hand side, a shadow striker on attack on the right hand side, and then an advanced forward on attack as well. So mentality is a positive, tactical style is a custom. In possession, it's a fairly narrow formation with shorter passing and the standard tempo. Run at the defence as a dribbling kind of option there as well. In transition, a counter press and counter, distribute to the centre backs and take short kicks as well. Out of possession, it's a mid block here with a defensive line as standard. Trigger press more often, get stuck in and looking to trap inside as well. So not looking to exploit kind of the wings here from the opposition. And this is the tactic we're going to go with. Let me show you now. Sevilla. And with the Sevilla tactic, they're taking the GYR Superman, FM24, tactical style, GYR Superman, attacking mentality on this as well. In possession, fairly wide attacking width, playing out to defence with shorter passing and a higher tempo with run at the defence as dribbling as well. In transition, counter press and counter, distribute to the fullbacks and the centre backs with a roll it out distribution style from the goalkeeper, and then out of possession, trigger much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution here, get stuck in as well with a high press line of engagement and a higher defensive line. So looking at the players, sweeper keeper on defend, 2 wide centre backs with a libero, 2 complete wing backs on either flank with a roaming playmaker on support and a segundo volante on support as well, 2 shadow strikers with an advanced forward in attack. We're going to go on holiday for the whole season and we're going to see how they get on. Now we have made it to the end of the season and there has been a sacking for one of our 2 managers, but let's show you how the league is going so far. And as we can see in the division, Sevilla, they finished 5th, which was their media prediction, and Villarreal finished 7th. However, our sore loser was sacked from Villarreal. He's no longer in charge, so yeah, we'll have a little bit of investigation on how he got on before he got sacked. But looking at the league here, we're going to look at the team overview with the stats. It never works on the first click either. So most points per game, Sevilla finished 5th, Villarreal in 7th here. Most goals, Villarreal was 2nd with 77. Sorry, Sevilla was 2nd with 77. Villarreal are not included in the goals list in the top 8 here. Most shots for, Sevilla was top with 574. Now that's 92 ahead of 2nd place Real Madrid, which could go into very good attacking formation going forward. So fewest shots against, Sevilla with 8th. Interestingly enough though, Villarreal with 7th, but with a Mourinho tactic, they're going to be defensively strong. Best pass completion, Sevilla in 8th here, Villarreal not on the list. Most possession, Sevilla in 8th here, Villarreal not on this list either. It seems to be kind of a common theme going through the tests that we have done. If your pass completion is low, you're not going to have the most possession either. So most tackles won, can't see any of our teams on this one. Most dribbles made, Sevilla in 3rd, Villarreal in 7th. Most clean sheets, Villarreal joint 5th with this one. Sevilla not making it onto this list, but it is quite an attacking formation there. And fewest conceded, Villarreal in 7th with 47 conceded over the season. Yeah, it's a kind of a clear winner with this one, with, well, Sevilla staying in their job with the tactic going forward. If we have a look at our sore loser, they are a sore loser because they have been sacked. If we look at their history as well, so manager timeline, 3rd of July, we were hired, and on the 4th of February, we were sadly told to leave from Villarreal. So started off, to be fair, a bit of a poor start here. You know, we didn't get our first win until we played Granada 5 games in when we won 4-1. 4-2 against Vallecano. I'm trying to see where Villarreal are on this list here. Okay, we got one Villarreal down here when we won 2-1 against them there. Oh, there they are. Lost 2-1. So a point each for those two. Very interesting so far. But yeah, it's not great for the Mourinho tactic here. And looking at this, Villarreal are winning 2-1 with the test in Spain. But let's go to Italy and we'll see if they can do any better. So a short journey from Spain across to Italy. We've landed on the shores and we have taken over AS Roma and Lazio as well. Now with Roma and Lazio, obviously a big Rome derby going on here. Lazio, we've got the Mourinho 3-4-2-1, and with Roma, we're taking over with the GYR Superman. Let's go on holiday for the season and let's see how they do. Now we have made it to the end of the season and there has been another casualty for one of our managers. But first of all, let's have a look at how the league is. And AS Roma have won the Serie A using GYR's Superman tactic. Lazio came in 4th place as well, but we can see 27 wins, 5 draws and 6 losses here. Let's see how we got on as a team with Roma. So points per game, Roma 2.26 points per game, Lazio in joint 4th here. Most goals, Roma with 92, that's 16 more than 2nd placed AC Milan. Most shots for AS Roma, 639, that's nearly 150 shots more than 2nd place Milan. Few shots against, AS Roma are here and Lazio are in 5th. Best pass completion, none of our teams in there, none of our teams in for average possession either. Most tackles won, we're not on this list. Most dribbles made, Roma are in 3rd for this one, Lazio in 7th. Most clean sheets, Roma in 3rd. And fewest conceded also was Roma with 34 conceded across the season. Now, there is a caveat to this. With our sore loser manager who was in charge of Lazio, we actually got sacked when we was in the 12th position. Look at our manager timeline. 3rd of July we started as always. And then Champions League, there is a highlight here that says L after L. A team can only take so many L's until it moves quickly from tragedy to comedy. That's such a scathing review. The 3 Lazio succumbed to in a row marked a new look away now record. That's pretty brutal. And then on the 12th of November, we was told to collect our things and we were sacked as Lazio manager in 12th position. Now, I don't think that's good enough, but let's have a look at how Roma fared with the results. So with Roma, started off the season with a 1-0 loss to Fiorentina, but then beat Lazio 3-0 and then beat Brianza 2-0 before losing to Inter 3-2. Now after this is a good run of 9-game winning streak, which is fantastic to see. First game up against Lazio is a 2-2 draw, so no points for the team there. Now I must say, because Lazio weren't involved in this, I think if Lazio do beat Roma at this point, then they don't get a point going forward. And funny enough, they have. So I'm not going to give a point here. So it is going to be just 1 point in this one for GYR. And as you can see, Roma, they finished the season very strongly as well, which is very good to see. Look at the competition screen as well. Europa League, they finished 3rd. However, they won the Europa Conference League. That's big news, that is. Beating Brighton 1-0. Can we see the goal? Will it let us see the goal? As you can see, oh, it's a 4th minute penalty. No point watching the goal there, but looking at the stats, 12 shots, 8 on target, XG of 1.81, 8 corners. To be fair, we didn't deserve to win the game looking at this. So Brighton can feel aggrieved with that. And because the Lazio manager wasn't in charge when they beat Roma, we're not going to give a point for that. So 1 more point for Roma, 1 more point for GYR, and it's currently sitting at 3-1. Now we're going to move on to Germany next. Will GYR win this one? Let's find out. Now from Italy, across to Germany, we're taking over Bayer Leverkusen and RB Leipzig here. RB Leipzig, their media prediction is 3rd and Leverkusen's is 4th. So RB Leipzig, we're using Mourinho's 3-4-2-1. Can we beat 3rd position? Can we stay in our job? That's going to be the main one here. If we have a look at Bayer Leverkusen as well, we're using the GYR Superman formation. 4th place is where we're predicted to finish. Let's see how we do. There's been a double sacking. Not quite sure what to think with this one, but we'll have a look and see who made it the furthest with this. It's going to be quite difficult to see the points for this one. So if we have a look, obviously both our sore losers, we have been kind of sacked here. Who are we on the job history of here? RB Leipzig, sore loser. And we're in 8th position when we were sacked. Manager's timeline, 19th of December. That's pretty brutal that we got sacked after, what's that, 6 months? 5 months in the job. So 8th position that we finished when we got sacked. Let's have a look at our other sore loser as well. Manager timeline, 17th of March. So a little bit later that we got sacked on. Don't think that's any compensation or whatever. But we were 8th when we got sacked. Can that be a point? I don't know. It may be nulled and void this one because we both did get the sack. And if we have a look at the stages or at the league table for the season, Bayer Leverkusen finished in 5th place overall. RB Leipzig finished in 8th. Yeah, not a great one. We did make it to March, however, but yeah, we didn't do too well with this tactic. We won't go in any deeper with this one. Let's move on to France and see if we can improve. Let's see if we can both stay in our job towards the end of the season. So the 2 teams we're going to take over in France are AS Monaco, whose media prediction is to finish 3rd, and Olympique Marseille, whose media prediction is to finish 2nd. So with Marseille, they're going to be using the Mourinho 3-4-2-1 tactic. Hope we can survive past December in this one. And with Monaco, obviously, we are going to be using the GYR Superman to go to the end of the season, and it's going to be an improvement on Germany, but let's find out. Now, no surprises here. There's been another sacking in this test. Let's have a look at the league and kind of see how we got on. League table, Paris Saint-Germain won it, but Monaco in 2nd place, 1 place ahead of their media prediction. 23 wins, 6 draws and 5 losses here. And Marseille in 5th position with 17 wins, 6 draws and 11 losses. I want to be interesting to see when Marseille manager did get the sack, to see if we can kind of use them for the points this season. So job history, we were 5th when we got sacked, and in the manager timeline, we made it until the 12th of May. So I'm quite confident that we can use this as a clear-cut test, unlike the German one just. So back to the league table. Let's see how the teams did perform as well. So most points per game, obviously Paris Saint-Germain, and we were in 2nd place. Most goals, Monaco in 3rd, with Marseille in 6th. 77 goals for Monaco and 57 goals for Marseille. So even though they're using the same formation, it's 20 goals difference between the two here. Most shots for was Monaco with 568 and Marseille with 415. Obviously, the playing personnel is going to come under it here as well, but Marseille were tipped to finish 2nd in this test. Few shots against, Monaco in 2nd and Marseille in 4th. So they are performing quite similarly here. In best pass completion, Marseille in 4th and Monaco in 5th, with most possession keeping the same positions there as well. Most tackles won, neither of our teams in there. Marseille with 651 dribbles over the season and Monaco with 618 dribbles. Most clean sheets, 4 for Monaco and 7th for Marseille. Fewest conceded, Monaco in 2nd and Marseille in 4th. Now, It's 1 point currently to Monaco. Let's have a look at the results and see if Marseille have pulled any back. Now, looking at the results for Monaco in Ligue 1, fantastic start to the season with 6 straight wins. However, then they came up against Marseille and they lost 2-1, conceding 2 goals in 2 minutes, which pretty horrific stuff. And then another good win of 5 before losing to Paris Saint-Germain 3-0. Another win of 4 before coming up against Rennes and then losing 1-0 to Monaco. In the 90th minute, Ismail Assar put the daggers in the hearts of Monaco fans. So looking at this test, it's going to be 2-1 to the Mourinho tactic. Very interesting to see, but yeah, nice for Monaco. And in the other competitions, there's only the French Cup that Monaco were in, and they were knocked out in the 9th round. Who did go on to win the French Cup? Well, you know what? It's Paris Saint-Germain against Marseille, but the Marseille manager has been sacked. Yeah, we're not going to see who wins that one there. Now, one last stop on this tour. We're going to go to England. Can you stay in your job for the whole season? Let's find out. So, 5th and final test. We're in England and we're choosing Chelsea, whose media prediction is 6th, and Tottenham Hotspur, whose media prediction is 7th. Funny enough, both of those were managed by Jose Mourinho. None of them are managed by Superman. So let's see how we get into this. And with Chelsea, we're going to go with the Mourinho tactic here. And with Tottenham Hotspur, we're going to go with the GYR Superman. Let's simulate the season. Just hope one of them stays in their job. Let's find out. Now, you couldn't make this up. There's been another sacking in this test. Who's it for? Well, Tottenham Hotspur have finished in 4th position with our sore loser still intact, and Chelsea are in 8th with their sore loser that has been sacked. So if we kind of have a look at sore loser and we'll see how we got on with the manager timeline, you can see here on the 16th of December, we got given our bags and shown out of the door. So yeah, not quite sure how we're going to do this going forward, but let's continue with Tottenham Hotspur. 4th position is fantastic. 19 wins, 7 draws, 12 losses here. Let's see how they get on in the league with the team overview. Most points per game, obviously Liverpool. Tottenham in 4th. Should stay away from that one there. Most goals for Tottenham with 77 in 2nd position. Liverpool running away with 91 goals here. Most shots for Tottenham Hotspur in 3rd position here with 549 in 38 matches. Fewest shots against, 5th position for Tottenham. Chelsea in 6th, but we got sacked in December, so who knows what happened there. Best pass completion, Tottenham Hotspur in 5th here with 89% pass completion. Most possession, Tottenham in 7th with 55% there. Most tackles won, we're not on this list here. Most dribbles made was Tottenham Hotspur, 729 dribbles, 726 dribbles made. Most clean sheets, Tottenham in joint 4th, Bournemouth as well in 4th. That's interesting to see. Fewest conceded, we were in 7th position here. In the other competitions as well, we won the Friendly Cup, which is nice. Semi-final to Manchester City in the FA Cup, and 4th round to Southampton. Did Chelsea win any of these? They didn't win the FA Cup. They didn't win the Carabao Cup either. Now, let's have a look at the results and see if any points can be made. Now, because the Chelsea manager got sacked in December, if Chelsea get any wins against Tottenham Hotspur after that date, we're not going to count it in the points tally here. So, fantastic start for Tottenham straight away. A 6-1 victory against West Ham, and they picked up 5 victories and 1 draw in their first 6 games. However, they lost their 7th to Bournemouth 5-4 with a 91st minute kind of winner coming for Bournemouth there. And the first time playing against Chelsea was the 16th of December. A 2-0 victory with Lo Celso and Son getting the goals for Tottenham Hotspur. And to be fair, it's a bit of a bad run here. Man United beat them, Villa beat them, Brighton beat them, Liverpool and Arsenal all beat them. So it's a run of 5 losses out of 7. But we faced Chelsea again in March and beat them 4-1. A Son hat-trick and Bentancur getting the goals for Tottenham Hotspur, with Broha getting the consolation for Chelsea. Strong end to the season. Obviously, Tottenham finished in 4th position, so that's fantastic. Now let's tally up the points and see which tactic is worth your time. Now all 5 tests have been completed. Now let's do a review of the tactic and how they performed in each league. Now in the Spain test, Sevilla finished higher than Villarreal and they both beat each other throughout the season. So it's 2-1 to GYR's Superman tactic in the Spain test. In the Italy test, Roma won the league with the Superman tactic, so 1 more point to GYR. Now, they did draw in their games as well, and Lazio did beat Roma. However, the Lazio manager was sacked, so it's only 1 point for GYR in the Italy test. Moving into Germany, both managers got sacked early on in the season. We called it a null and void, so 0-0 for the Germany test. In the France test, AS Monaco had the GYR tactic and Olympique Marseille had the Josh Daly tactic. So Monaco finished in 2nd place, a higher league position than Marseille, so 1 point for GYR. However, in the head-to-heads, Marseille won both of those, so that's 2-1 to Josh Daly's tactic in the France test. Now lastly, into the Premier League, Chelsea had the Mourinho tactic and Tottenham Hotspur had the GYR Superman. Tottenham finished 4th in this test, higher than Chelsea, so that's 1 point there for GYR, and Tottenham also did the double over Chelsea as well, giving them 3 points to end the England test. So Tottenham up the scores for Josh Daly's Mourinho and for GYR Superman. GYR Superman has won this test here. Now it should be noted that during this tactic we made sure that the transfer window was locked, no transfers were made, our managers had 0 badges and Sunday League football experience as well. It's also interesting to note as well that with the Mourinho tactic, our manager got sacked on every single occasion. GYR got sacked in the Germany case, but that was towards the very end of the season. And if I had to decide which tactic was the better one for you to download, it will be the GYR Superman. They won 7-3 on the points total. Now, if you like this video, it's a little bit different than last time. Let me know down below what I should be doing next. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And until then, I'll see you on the next Testing Your Tactics video. Goodbye.